Talks. Kenya kwanza mwato msimamo Kongo, Azimio mwato msimamo. Are we heading somewhere?
I think we got to make progress. Na nimbata wasemilio kwa nesana una asingincho tuanchiranite tuikaranse amo we got to nyole a solution. Ye problem sirichiro ose agenda ili eroro ne namba ibere kero koligeli the composition ili kworoki high level commitment kera for the chairman was a chairman a party leader ya Wiper Moscow the vice president in this country Moscow leader majority kurwastole. It's a high level commitment from both sides. And in Bata was Emilio Panesana, somehow we'll find a solution. So now talk about a chance.
They are saying in Kenya Kwanza mwa machiko the basics because Kenya Kwanza mwa takirewa chora kwanza umuntu kurisiko ya bunge una Azimio bakorete. You never went that route.
The governor is umuntu kuru outside bunge. Umoske Sicily Mbarire. I mean she's a governor. So that person comes from outside. Umoskole Yala Mata is not from the National Assembly. Muskomar. So much go there na So these are people who are very well contribute and who understand it, where the country started from, and they were involved as a affairs here, UDA.
Okay.
So Balina in a position to push for the agenda. You know the traditional style you living in a traditional way. You know we keep Mudabadi, so we keep so and so. You know those big names, Chirichia Beiroro, is long gone. So I think on the day of to start with, Nana one say Omar, Olia Koru Sarai, he sits in Tanzania. She's a governor. She's outside parliament. So I think
what do you think about of course in the technical committee njave kwa nilicho ko bekebinto biriamo byonse. But why, for example, una Kenya Kwanza mwagote banga bintumbiro bitakiro ko kwa semesa Azimio bado bago insisting you need to talk about cost of living but you are saying that is not an agenda.
I mean this again the cost of living is something very volatile. Volatile in the sense that there are so many factors you contribute in the cost of living yaki na was care. So, into what the government in place at the moment, William Ruto, when the given a chance to run his show. Nende, and at least things are working out. On the Tago, and the guy who failed was to go fail 20p, then 2027, Necrotic in error. Even to Twangori and among an IEBC, like the boundaries. Nakitokoli chikurana bano tubate by election in so many constituencies, in so many wards. Abantu bali disadvantaged batabwati abarai bali bagwenda koboro so that we are able to fix this. I was listening to Pastor Geta Guru Tanzania. Oyengote na it's only in Kenya ekero mwana abyali ruiga uyuganga no muntu answera form 6. Yani sisi tunakuanga na makabiliano makali ya bure. Because at the end of the day, uchikubona nkike, wana tokolike, wasing. So that's why to went go a bit, patient, so that because wana committing karo, the committee nero. So when the way karanse watoletere into the wakolrik. Then to my read so much, to buy a chance. Kalonzo Musyoka has been brokering peace in Sudan, which is Somali guy, which DRC Congo Mahad. He's an expert in that. He's been a minister for foreign affairs. So they have given him a chance. Then they Keroge Ganesana. I went to go make sure he sits with those people. Babo Ishungwa, and I group Chirijin, Wanda Imalia, Elinda make sure that they deliver what they're supposed to deliver.
I have no more I Kenya. Goko Sumwere Birenga. After Chikura, to accord Chikura, this thing almost will happen the same. Does it? Is
it bothers because number one, we went through the total phase yo chikura chiga kwa tarehe 9 umutinyo August bagatangasa. After that tukatwale petition through the Supreme Court, determination ikaba done. You know, even devi komo chiko to slow down as a country. Kero konyora nantu iwanchira na bwango unaga onero bwago so onero koraki. So birina bigo to irani maega. Kiara nkwara abantu mbalenga bono basira. You are seeing the kind of funerals you tokora asabaska Western Kenya na Nyanza. Chikomo chiko raise a lot of emotions. Kwanyora even very young families kiara abantu bako enda go so kwanyora bago ituna abantu basinini. Tali bantu banene. Kwanyora no muntu maybe wenge school go so kuchiwan so bogema. So it's a waste of life. So it bothers me also.
Okay. I've been asking yo. Let's go back there.
Okay.
Was it a donation?
It was not. It was Kurasha. Now then it was a donation.
Yeah.
I mean, there could be.
Then the government is selling it to us?
No. It can't be. Then the thing I got my brother Mete Direka Rokonyora Tokora these campaigns, Toko Mochikolete Chayo. Kerokendions Gekobe Kiavan, what they will accept to Wangoneg and Tekenekia. If it was a donation, then it should have been declared as a donation. The donation there, I go, it's ever cleared in Mahata Aline donation, country get we transport and then there are no costs, implications, even if it was to be. So, Nabora Norena concessionally, maybe even the Vira at some stage. I think it's an attitude toward as a Kenyan. I go through the same as a member of parliament. He's wrong. He's wrong. Now killing K or Kwaya no Mondo, I mean, this is where we are supposed to go. But as a country, it means we are very progressive in some ways, except we spend a lot of time as a negative energy. Kiagera, ikinage komo jigo to identify as a Kenyan. No kwa hiyo unaote numo ntolio Tanzania. Kana wadevana unajua kuna vitu zingine huwa zinafanyika Kenya haziwezi kufanyika Tanzania.
Exactly, alisema atakuwa tunafaa kuzaliwa hapa.
Exactly.
We should be somewhere near Europe.
Then when you come to Kenya, and the ones I want to go really out of these 43 tribes, tribe Kiokora Eredozile, Mukamba is okay, he's settled, and Bobu acrimony, whether they are like this. Like in Ogo Ichago Sengusi, Quanyarano, Kirumunda Delitium, Kirumunda Delitumulia, Wesoko and Agochi, Northeastern, those people, and that's why you find them in every sector. They come together, so there are certain characteristics. So even Kenya,
tikankomanye igoro yechimusuro chibando chia okonyorera ligasari ya matuke 30 weka 40 nabo go chigo nyara kuba chigo kunga biya kabisa gutogokwana igoro ya Collar Tausi F1 echigane chimusuro chingi ya kabisa asirigasari ya nabo gasobokora burubuya SC boy gonto bwate chimusuro chinde cha Tembo 73 echigane chibando chigo kunga semetinye 5 nusu weka MTF by MTN 5.5 baka 5 months chabera tayari asirigasari yao nigo chigo tubereria asamorere ao ni konekeli wankoringa ni ubwateliga sali ligi ya zaidi boygo asimusoro cha Simba 61 nigo bwati mbasoro chibando chingi ya kabisa chindabuse chikwama asamatuko matuko amake kabisa metyenyene cha kongere chiguni emerongo ene asekera eka na boygo nigo chigo bwambaka igoro nchiriko nyara ko chigo salika liga saline na boygo asobokoli bore obuya na boygo wekirengo kigoro asenchira endonge wego ntubwate chimusuro chia chikabichi mabumba babwati chimusuro chia watermelon babwati chimusuro chia chinyanya amatuko 70 mpaka 75 asirigasa lirigi ya kabisa genda sa agrovete osiranga naye wonyali chimusuro chiga erinde naye onyarko ba korobolimi no kori bole oboronge kabisa. Mheshimiwa Ngoba site mole counties and Chibesa Chikondas counties nini mo with Chibesa 10 years kurbono devolution ya vera romo sangrekano roko koleka ni merit So far 3.3 trillion chatomino go counties. Do you think na chiva make impact as county chito? Or it could have been better?
I know it will depend from county to county. We go and as in Northeastern, Mandera for example. As Muske Roba Alengo Governor. They were able to do tarmacs of the roads. Wakave gave in the Batanya Kora since independence. As a Kivuta Kibwana Lenge in Makueni the same. Umugavana ole Mombasa, Muske Abdusomad Bonoiga, what he's doing is what Joe should have done long time ago. Lakini atua akire. So it would depend on the leadership.
Okay.
Ya county governments. Lakini, yandonte tegote wankeri na devolution igere was meant to be a game changer in the governance of this country in terms of development. Kera iline county ya moja tuwetenenera because sometimes we could rely as a national government. So depending on nana ki ngo choliroro usene ki abantu bago passive kwerende mangana devolution na weko na again the kia mochikoba devolved in corruption because in some aspects no isa koligere even some of the reports in the public domain na bagonya na bagavana bange mbamnyoki go sabandi balba kumnyoki even up to now asing injobo kurumi na boko enda kwanyora na libato went to empower especially the local contractors. Kwanyana there is a lot of money in circulation to the Nyamira Osebosongo. Kwanyana n'abantu bale well off ministers, the employees was kwanyana abaske bale biwango get the chief director kwanyana bakanyana kwerende kwanyana na MCAs bale bagwente ko oversight especially the governor kwanyana na wa twaliro bugali obuya bandu banganyira bachire komenya bachikomenya bandu bamentira bakungu. You know, even of course, it's something, it's a positive indicator, but in terms of tangible effect or impact to the common man, so this, to me, is a game changer, except from one place to the other. Maybe we didn't achieve that.
Okay.
Without necessarily mentioning names. Today, if you go to Kisumu, what Nyong'o has been able to do, what Professor Nyong'o has done, you can feel it, you can even see it. So about Skimbarogo, a lot of commitment. Look at what's happening in Gishu, as almost the scam in the Finland. So you know it rubbishes
the entire achievement.
Look at a time where Garoyo and Alenge Gabadi, what Sakaja is doing, what Sonko did, what Moscolio and Goro, Kidera Colette. At least you're able to see now for any unit or progress, there must be sound leadership.
Okay.
Sound leadership, a visionary, a leadership that will deliver services to the people in a transparent and accountable manner.
Leadership, you seem to be talking about leadership. There is also a aspect of the ango county chiga some of our technocrats, not necessarily politicians.
Yeah, but they tried it. Ekero President Uhuru Kenyatta so eteime akatebana ministers takuba Rusisco. Akaleta technocrats, akatebana president and deputy president that time Uhuru Kenyatta na William Ruto na wachiga politicians. Bakaleta Ngilu, bakaleta Balala, bakaleta na abandi mbali babegete gali baka blend. But in terms of delivery, na they didn't understand the aspects. Even Noembono the ministers we have asebono politics, they are better off than some of those people who participate in politics. Why politics? Because they now quickly go and understand issues and about connect they empathize, they tend to feel for those people. They connect with people so easily. So it's just a mix. Lakini ase una amana devolution iga kangana to went ilibo nere went ko be nasari ya bantu baje ba presidents in future. Kiara, it prepares them from a lower level. Ilinde go bago igabanya na kai ndojo musko yogoro kwa Mutula Kilonzo Junior na bwate kirenga na bokora numiyale, so that to promote no nyabe deputy osabe president kanga no ekoba the bano bako e kasi the bamisa. Bamisa. There is no commitment in some of these people anyway. That is the truth. Nonto wikali jo ibuna bantu ngora bali chinyoma na ruimuke uchiororo oja wana sana ko nyora tara ikere bintu. But if we want to identify proper people who are committed to the delivery of services to the people, devolution gave us a key. Kiera alibona na umoku manage na umoku bange bintu bino ne county. You don't need to go to the national level. Mangano bonya getali ebintu bike bono gusinywa ekaroko ndo kwanyara na very small things amanya get dokonyara mariyo batayo kwanda gali kwanyara na chiparanchi birekta byagulirwa. So that is where the catch is.
Tiato kwa nego ya Nyamira, to be specific kidogo. Average li Nyamira could receive around 4 billion shillings.
More than 4. More than 4.
So let's say 4. So it has received 40 billion chair devolution for the last 10 years. 4 billion in Jirotkain. Do you think it has
added? I want to
added?
say, as somebody who served as a speaker.
Yes.
And you cannot feel it. That's for a fact. Because sometimes we tend to live in the BK. You want to reward people by giving them employment instead of developing the very basic infrastructures which to propel economic growth. So it could depend on how we are wired as a elevator. Why I'm saying that is unkitua kolire kenene Nyamira ora not even there's a flagship project which we started. I'll tell you, for example, the office of Governor. To date, we operate from the county government's offices. Ntuanya kokole nyombeli, tima disi ya ikire, lakini metena njanya koera. Ntua wende koro as speaker's residence. To date, tima doze no identify wende ba identify.
Ba identify rangenyo.
Lakini teraro isu.
No. Bone kubeko ichubeza.
So even tombire yani bire biriokora na kanga because the biro. When I was a speaker Nyamira, I was meaning that into what our own equipment we are going to go and like in one maybe after procurement, Karumonda and I very given 10% or say whichever commission even they go to we are tombera. We are going to serious. So again Tonkerina to retrace our steps backwards, but the position is in Torah. There's nothing much. At least into our chimboli the chiango come. So sometimes you also want to ask yourself, what was the reason of investing? As chimboli chimboli. Yeah. So there are so many things. We are go like in back the long term effect.
Okay.
We say a more sustainable way of living.
Yakabisa mwanje matariri topande by one ka fund nigo bali numukia woko ene kengai buri murimi ngonyorero kunyora bokoreri asekirenga kiasirigo rigi ya aida cash gosego eteraseri kabesa asogote makwabo goko bokori boronge bakendiri mpaka ligo riri ubuoyo asoboremi bwa bonyar kuba bokendera mutwe na okorendera obokoreri angena sore nigo bakorendere bono app ya tupande online mobile application yoranyar kuba go download wetera asset tupande by one eka fund download app yega na boigo onyara kwimanya oburimi bwa digitali bwate faida enene zaidi. Do you want to change the county of Nyamira as governor? Because
bado dry at that level.
But the discussion is very rife there. Actually, I'm being told Mheshimiwa Rama.
Umuntu may show a lot of interest. Almost go Samuel Arama. That I know. No, I know kwa ilinga to wakile korona kuru. But I was going to go and Lakini ndoroche onye kwa very given a mandate. This is the second year to answer a few days after the first year. It's only fair ora kolera abantu basine kasi. Nonye narama kana warama isko ba judged. Unana giwajite go shift focus with Nyamira when you have 4 years to serve us. But he has done quite a bit in Nyamira, in Kwerende, in Nakuru. And he has shown interest. Timaito na abantu bakomate achikuboli. Lakini asende ncho manyene tinda ika. But at the same time tinda tena tingo koraki tinkoboli. Kiara ni file tina nturaika ikiwango kelino inchendaga nitoike. Having had that experience, ndojena kangantu agetatua. I keep on saying Nyamira is one of the smallest counties in the country, with 4 constituencies. Wikaransanawa Jumbe Yoka is a big problem. Igo Wikaransanawa MCS inko igunegas. When ngunya kwangora na bali style gete. I even feel na the term to ayengo regular na sabitu no speaker no governor Nyagarama no muske deputy ayo muske Nyalibo. We did far much better
than now.
And I'm justified to say that. So, but you see, that's an opinion I also have. Okay. Those services, they are effective and the way we also offer our services. So, in going to the future, yeah. In fact, if there's a time now in Kobolio governor was last time, the current president was literally forcing me to Kobolio governor. And Kamatevi no governor think Koboli Kiara Nyalibo no yosito. The inchena proposed you must Kenyambati. Kamatevi no Mwago. The president was not very keen because he has known me for a long time. Than any other Kisi politician serving currently as a Gorende. So, again, take a moment, I think, when the chips are down, go to a skiroj motwe, a woman to make a decision whether you should go for it. So,
you are not ruling out Quran for
government? I am not ruling out. It's an option.
Okay.
One is going to make a Hakirue, Tinkubo Limbuko Kongubor, Nabonkuimoga Boling and nobody want to aminto. At least I've served 2 terms and I'm so grateful for since 1992. Monte nyako repeat North Mogra. Aina maskani amanene. So na ya sinaro wujora igwe. Abantu baje bakote na wana igwa wakiri 2 terms. Muskenya kundi kaya tigera nonde nera ra koraki.
Ragamba. Okay. This one day by the way. Where have you been missing as a functions chair chama ya UDA, especially as a waziri? It was in Kisii the other day, you were not there. Most of functions oko tendi ko week. No.
You people are reading too much. My brother, I chair a committee of lands in parliament. Nendiva there's a committee, ewate gasi nyingi, nende gasi nkou nere very emotional, ne committee of lands. Nkwe with the president, yako andamata yako Del Monte.
You have 14 days to sort out that.
Days. So we have been burning midnight oil to make sure that thing is done. To what they do. I mean, there are so many areas of these problems. Then most of these things, if you are done, actually I don't have anything against Umo Kwere and Umo CS. Umo CS is a very good friend now. Yesterday we consulted. Rene Solicitor General to take over proper for us to Karangeli Zaire to Kamuboli na Zaire. Can you assemble a very quick team? Ntoma is going to disappoint the president in Abagusi, the president Ichegusi, and that's how we did it, and that's how we do things. So Biribia Bia Kolegano Jibosongo Mahatari is because maybe I had commitments. And I must have talked na my colleagues Aba Mrava, Abo Soro, Abo Alpha Miruka. It's not that Oganyana maybe have some other commitments.
Actually, you're talking about amangana ye committee lands ya parliament. And somebody kurukwa Boniface ya kubolinga ask the chairman ya parliament committee on lands what is planning to do. SSMO ya North Mugirango, expansion of social amenities, more so Chichiro. We saw the advance being done.
We have already gotten some funding for Ikonge market. We are also getting some funding for Nyambambo. Na any other place that's in a space near Ororo. Those are some of the programs tura chigokora. The biggest problem to what we see almost Kenya kundi almost koyo kwana korwabu. Neli na ntubati a lot of space, a lot of land. Oranya ole laido. Ne chinka sana.
Okay.
Yeah, but we'll try everything possible.
Boniface kurulie Boniface vosire kurukiroka agotevanga recently asekalisia kiali omego. You said you instructed the fertilizer not to go to other places except North Mugirango.
No. What happened? I was quoted out of context. What I said is that you na abole tikuno boyo bwabo gitutunga ibogora kibokogenda. Kabatevia tida amanya, we must look for the Umujumbe. Unfortunately, think it ikera, but he told me why he was here and to a later. Lakini Kabatevi no Mujumbo bogitutu masava, na what a very big office. And next to the office, Neroro. That's the conversation we had with the minister. Obuwe and the West Mugrango Kabatevi and then Pakasauru Kibirigo. The society Nero. You know the burden I have. My brother Nyakundi, I'm the only MP UDA.
In Nyamira.
Yeah. And even some of those people back over should also know that. So I'm talking to those people. Sometimes I don't have answers to give. So there might be space. People went and they went to check. They should make an effort. So that's what happened, and arrangements where we have put arrangements in place. No, Zaire was calling me. Kombolina no what contact was Minister for Agriculture. I just given him the same. Yeah.
So you never said boy on
that's the was to identify a place. You know, just a few minutes ago. There is nothing to benefit. To focus, even to ask for very simple, very basic things. But if we find to move away from the government and we encourage it, so we should also face the consequences. Yeah. So I can't be breaking my back on issues in Of course, I gave the information the way I've said. And it's not my habit. That's what I did. Yeah. So, let me just tell you, people can only benefit. And you just follow, even very blindly. We have more than 8 members of parliament and Novo Manyete. And these people are working very closely with the government. Ali se interior mondo to bwato mo PS ya korubogere. Omumroyo korukwa Elio Dowalo, the minister. He's doing quite a bit. In fact, those people have even gotten more support from the government than Omogusi. Yeah, so we should not even encourage, even by asking such kind of questions, we should be encouraging to move closer to the government so that we carry government in the
But you seem to have given up on unity musi wo chama na kokore mirmamo whatever some few minutes agonga na bakongutole ko chama na kuwatirana.
Generally we are
so then we've lost hope.
You know, let me put it bluntly. You know, we pretend to be closer to the systems even those systems. But I'm saying what we are supposed to do no change here. Moscow go Kennedy Osongo tabueti to konya bono Nyamoko kolete roho for the next 5 years. Can you give me an example? So bono abantu bonse bayange na Kennedy Osongo bakwenta ko was in support na batanya nje babela support batebena kai bono lyo tia tomate bibinte bito to inotonya tutnyalo ko kubikora. But to is komenya for the rest of 5 years na Kennedy to nyago suma ujimotu ko se atebe to go suma go se mosinga to go suma go se no nyalebe to go suma, we'll be wasting our time and losing out. What I'm trying to say,
we've never moved.
What I'm trying to say, omugusintu akolete chikura. Ntogo ndiko pretend na ntutole so close to the Azimio brigade, to the extent na ntote tiko kuwa na nabantu ba koba kuchimweno gali, the way it is at the moment. The way it is at the moment. Omo Raila na alenge kwerend, of course, and it was good he went there to Kitutu Masawa. Some of the utterances yoko nyara bantu kwa noro, yoko nyara na sometimes they discourage even some of us. Even though we went to go be pito mayana ntu agete chikura chikaera, wana nto gara no gara nikusukuma maisha na maendeleo. I was asking Abuli Omego, ekiyoka na kia bwate tasa nja guru bitutu. Na bole tena bone stadium. Stadium eli atebetwe korozu matali. Na kiyo ja korozu. Egeti kelibata ete korozu kiendege. Na kiyo ja korozu.
Terosa.
That industrial park bata ete korozu sirongo. We should forget about what happened in 2022 August. Ntochoreta wajumbe mujumbe nale West Mugrango mujumbe nale Bogitutu mujumbe nale Borabu nichi constituency sasa tuseme tuende mbele kwa kutengeza asili wende wakolegana
uya kabisa jire kai sana bire choka chategero mwanjo botakali kira obinto okoro bishingi chiribu isano gwetera asset tupande bawaneka fund nigo konyara ko bako kubikobero mbaka iskuri yaho download app ya tupande bawaneka fund nyora amaguri ya road hili binto birase offer nyora chi discount chingi ya kabisa gwetera asset Google Play Store elindilio onyara konyora ayale amaja kabisa download app yega gwetera asset Google Play Store elindilio onyara ko gwokena konyora oboremi buge digitali bubwate faida enene zaidi. Mheshimiwa ndagate nkorabo batirende nindo cha maswali regaiga as a chairman ya lands as a parliament yetu ntubwato muchando monene sana bumangana amarimo usi naro mwa kwanegoro ya mangana Del Monte. We saw the issue about Mulolongo where there's some bantu accused goro yobol mubolia. But we have not issues chitu na gusina into about land. What can you tell or address? And it's good now chairman na chairman the National Land Commission no mugusi. So ntonya go solve a question ya mangana lands asukusi yetu.
Of course. Kwarara muisonde to kwana yore boundary. Ya keroke boundary usene atinga boundary chitichiren sali. Tukatebane bintu birimbi kwente ko irwe bisebi gambero. Vintombire toka na tuwe karansaune community to solve. Lakini amegondo nero like I was telling you last time it was not that of course into what issues na wana simbauti issue nero. We have about 3-4 petitions chachire and we are trying to make arrangements. Torale whether it's something which we can do. Asing inchi abale mibaliwe kawa. Tuakwane ne management yororo. And in any other area, umetegora many problem nero kero ya vile ya le turugo chamutu. So no ko encourage abantu baitu. Tatige bina biribi anka biribike. Biriyo ko nyoro mu amatagoro anyo yonde. Lakini in issues as issues irijo wate obokong there is a procedure even though we go filed in parliament. Eline to really twins. So we'll be able to.
We have seen so many, maybe timate was a legislation. Talking your revenue vinge evina special about lands. We go delay sana. Kotini. It takes so much time. You remember, and I told you about the case for so long. How can we
Judicial Service Commission, Chief Justice Barosia Environment and Lands Court. That's I think one of the strategies. You will solve some of those cases. There is alternative dispute resolution, ADR. Abantu wabende ko encouraged. lakini umetena land is also very scarce. And land one again to chikero montako ligereli, even countrywide, even some of the programs the president ukwana serikali ukwana generally yochoko ligereli asemigondo. Ntubu atigesi kenene intwe unomugusi gotware migonde mene. That's why it is scattered all over the country, all over. Okay. In fact, all over the place. So, ngete korosie koti area, ekuligeria magane migondo, na ende ne tuisuwe so sato baba ya kabisa. Even some of these land boards to bwata bona iganchi wende go solve some of these issues. So that into go na levi na biwa correct because so memono. Okay. So to adapt again the kilke alternative dispute solutions, it will assist a lot.
Chisi jete chari mheshimiwa Nyamoko mimi sana soko nyali bagali go cha usangama na into. Teme tiko sino bwata ngani ndete to mugusi.
Akino bate bana mbia mona litanga na senginjo con host na ende ntebelende president nekale nyadi bali maambiendo on Sunday. Senginjo ko ira masabororo nyanturage stadium. And we made a decision as a leadership to ndo sengencha maskani yo musko minto oyo nyole accident muske lijusiemo nende to sabere familia ye molembe singa kiyenkong ekero turabe to komoeni ai wisko yae to meskolete kurende eburuburu kiara no neka to ngote violina. We are doing it, was it to postpone, was it to move to whatever the nursing in Chamatangali. So to several on the way Tamaya, then the Mjamana Sega Singa Mokora.
Tomane Jumapili, and there is whatever there was no disagreement. There
was none. Because I just want to say, then there was in the Tomanelero on your Turamana, was in Teviavantua, say to Mat. It's only that into Ikolina get chuli or Tuachuamono. There's a leadership, a in place, a government to what an UDA, and it so happens, Kurunyamira Ninche Ndoro, Mujumbo and the Tayo, apart from one MCA. So most of these informations usually come through me. So I can't nyora, Kuma Naravando are there and they dispute in Ekaro, Yonkomochikondo. The truth of the matter, there's no dispute at all. Namaskani to a family
will he be passing there? President
unless he makes a decision, I can think I get it. Kiara funeral go on Monday.
Okay.
Namaskani, I namaskani actually.
Thank you.
Namaskani.
Biamanasana. Joash Nyamoko mjumbe constituency and not mgrango bravo mwancho matagali boygo ase tupande by one ekafan download apoyega elindelio onyara konyora obokorori bore obuya ase ebintu byao onyolenga kendi jonsi kilio kubora gwetera ase tupande nigo konyara kubago konyora libagali ya kabisa lyo konyora bokori obuya na boygo bore bwege digitali ase nchira ere endongi.